Good evening, everybody, to the bakery fraternity who have joined this webinar on becoming a certified craft baker. On behalf of JM Bakers Academy and Synergy Exposures, I extend my warm welcome to all participants who have joined us today. Chef J.M. Lawrence has been a traditional baker for generations in the city of Coimbatore. J.M. Bakery is a renowned brand from Tamil Nadu and has developed a bakers and confectioners over the years. J.M. Baker's Academy and a method by Chef Lawrence has transformed many unskilled bakers and home bakers to professional bakers. The certification program, in association with Government of India, certifies bakery professionals to be a skilled and qualified them to be the industry professionals. So to know more about this, I welcome Chef J.M. Lawrence to share his thoughts with us. Welcome, Chef.
Thank you so much. We go into the program for the existing viewers. I would like to give a brief idea about this Skill India. So, the Skill India program was started during the year 2015 because there was a need in our country. The country needs skilled professionals. I'll talk about the Skill India for 5 minutes and then meanwhile let the others come. So why there is a need for Skill India? Our country has 1.34 billion people, out of which 50% of the people are less than 35 years of age. So what has happened all these years, 60 to 70 years of our college education, we have created millions of graduates. So all of us are graduated from the well-known colleges and things like that. And then we found a job, and according to the company, we adjusted ourselves and settled ourselves in our jobs and in our lives. But today, the need of the hour is the country needs skilled people. When I say skill means starting from mason to plumber to electrician to cell phone mechanic, TV technician, baker, tandoori cook. I am talking about specific job. This is known as a job role. Skill India has evolved a program called a job role. What do you mean by job role? That is, you are a skilled person in particular skill. That is the job role. So you can be a skilled person in only one particular profession, one or two. So according to Skill India, the training program was started with the UK-based syllabus on skilling. Like if you are able to train anybody in one particular job for 30 days, then 31st day that person will be able to perform one particular job, either a mason or a plumber or a baker or a confectioner. It's a hands-on training, whether you would have been trained in a bakery 100% or as a tandoori cook or a Chinese cook in a hotel. 31st day, he will be a person to do something on his own. So then this person is certified and he will get a job anywhere in the country. So this is the principle of Skill India. And how this is being implemented is Ministry of Skill and Entrepreneurship created NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, under which there are several organizations like FIXI, ASOCAM, and so many agencies. And we are food processing, we come under FIXI. You see the up, FIXI, that is FIXI. That means Food Industry Capacity Skills Initiative. So they are the sector skill council. They are responsible for all the jobs in the food processing sector. What do you mean by food processing sector? It can be jam, jelly, ketchup making, or pickle making, or bakery, tandoori cook, multi-cuisine cook. For everything, they have a syllabus. So, and who is going to be the trainers? Any industry person like me, J.M. Baker's Academy, we become a training partners under FIXI during the year 2015, and we started conducting programs under the Craft Bakers program. So tomorrow, if you are having a if you are a beautician, you can start your beautician course. It is very simple. You don't need a college. You need so much area and things like that. If you have a skill with the classroom type of setup, you can teach beautician. You can register yourself with the Health and Wellness Sector Skill Council. So if you want to become a cell phone technician, then the capital goods or electronic sector skill council will take care of it. Sports personnel, physiotherapist, and all these people will come under the sports sector skill council, so on and so forth. Even you don't know, there are more than 1,000 skills that are there. Even climbing a coconut tree is a skill. This is known as a person, if you are able to climb a coconut tree and pluck coconuts, you are known as a NERA technician. And you will get certified under the Agriculture Sector Skill Council. So this is the general framework of all these things. So today we are talking purely about our baking industry. Invariably, all industries lack manpower. So before the lockdown, we had a lot of imported manpower from the other places, from Northeast and other places. Now everybody has gone back. Now every state has to rely on their own manpower and start something on their own. So if anyone having an industry, if you need manpower, you have no other option but to train your own people. So this is the situation today. So when it comes to baking, we have running a 30 days program. It's an online program. It's a hands-on programs we have been conducting in Coimbatore, Hyderabad, in Meghalaya, in all the places. Number have been trained and set up shops on their own, or they have joined bakeries or big hotels and so on and so forth. So today, what is the need for this webinar? This webinar is regarding the self-employment. Today we have come to a stage where a single income is not possible for anybody in a family to run the family. We need an additional income. And also this COVID-19 is a big challenge, and many of us are locked down in this, and the revenue is dwindling. At the same time, the demand for food is increasing. So why bakery products? From the time immortal, from the biblical time, bread has played a very, very important role in our lives. Bread is known as the staff of life. Lord God has said, give us today our daily bread. Today, the irony is we are struggling to make that daily bread. It is such a situation, is so bad. So Now we have to equip ourselves. Bakery products are bread as such. If you see any calamity, bakers will be in the forefront to produce bread and send either to an earthquake zone or to where there is tsunami, or when now we are facing an epidemic. Food is needed. So from the time lockdown started, we all bakers have gone into a essential mode. We started producing, we stopped producing value added products and producing breads, buns, cookies, which are very much essential for the human life, because this is the way we started it. And today I want to make the presentation regarding this certificate program level 4. See, what is this level 4? See, the certification is universal. Anywhere in the world, any country will recognize this level 4, what it means by level 4. That means any buying, they know the what you call as NOS, what is the job role. Level 4 means you are supposed to know how to in the bakery, how to weigh the ingredients, how to produce bread, and how to sell, and how to keep your premises clean and delivery and so on and so forth. See, this is a certification all you, my students, will be undergoing during this craft baker program. Next slide. Successful business for small bakery. Now I am talking about the income. We need income. Every family needs income. So today the need of the hour is food. So how to plan for a small business among ourselves. Next slide, please. Be your own boss. Start your own health and wellness bread shop. So this is the uh, what you call the method or the philosophy or the marketing method what I am offering to you. So being your own boss, you learn to bake something on your own, able to sell something on your own and earn an income. So how do you go about it? Learn to bake from JM Bakers Academy and get certified under NSDC Craft Bakers Program, FIXI, and you can set up a small bakery with the minimum of 250 square feet. With the minimum investment, good startup opportunities for graduates and JM Bakers Academy. So this is the uh, opportunities available if you want to be a own boss. The certificate is provided by the Skill India, and this certificate is valid for you as a craft baker. Any hotel, any bakery will recognize. So this is the concept. Home baking at rupees 1 lakh. You may be wondering how it is possible. In those days, because my family is in the business of baking from my grandfather's time, where we have seen there were no machinery during 1942, when my father used to tell me there was a black plague, just like this COVID. At that time, there was no machinery at all, yet they were able to produce 3,000 loaves of bread per day, just by bare hands and with a firewood oven. And later on, we the lot of bakery machines came, All those machines, initial machines, were very bulky, heavy, and cumbersome. And it is very only it is a man's job. People cannot do with that. I mean, ladies, there is no place for women in that bakery. But today, the technology has gone leaps and bounds compared to the first computer, and now the computer chip what we have in our phone is so micronized, smallized, minimized to such an extent you are able to store many photographs, many things in your mobile phone. Same way, this convection oven is the latest generation, new generation oven. If you look at that photograph, inside there is a fan. See, there are different types of ovens in bakery and baking ovens. Housewives will be aware. Our mothers, grandmothers, they were using the oven called as a OTG. So the OTG is an oven which had a coil on top and a coil at the bottom. Only grandmothers and mothers know how to handle the oven. Sometimes it gets burnt in one side, another side it will not get baked. They used to do it with the great fineness how they will be baking. Now this new generation oven is latest technology. The fan at the back provides a uniform heating throughout the chamber. So any part of the product place, the products will be baked properly. And the oven will generate heat within 5 minutes and it will release heat within 5 minutes. It will reach 250, 275 degrees easily. So this model is the Prego convection oven, especially it is available in Chennai. Similar brands are available, but this is a package. Now Prego is giving for home bakers with one tabletop mixer, something similar to KitchenAid. Plus, they are giving some other takeaway tools also they are giving. So it may look small, but this will fit into your 250 square feet bakery. Why I am insisting on 250 square feet? Today, the space is the premium. The larger the space, larger the rent you have to pay. What happens in a business of baking? The two important components are the rent and the salary of the bakers are inevitable. That will take away, whether you do business or not, that will take away the majority of your expenses. So you will end up with nothing. But in this model, at least in a small area with where rents are low, and you will be a successful baker. Next slide, please. So a pizza shop. What I'm talking about is anything you do, you start small. Initially, I don't want to scare you. If you're a bakery, you have to produce some 20 products, 5 varieties of cookies, 5 varieties of cakes, 5 varieties of buns. No. Small. Take a baby step and yet you will be successful. There are very, very successful brands like Coimbatore Annapurna, Sri Annapurna, if you take. Their beginning was with a very simple, ஒரு கீரை வடையும் ஒரு காஃபியோடையும் ஆரம்பிச்சவங்க ஒரு தியேட்டர்ல. Today they become such a popular brand for Coimbaturians, which we love. Same way, Krishna Sweets, they started with one single Mysore pak, and today they are selling the world over. So for you also, success is always there. So you can start with a single product like only with the pizza, or next slide please. Next slide. Okay, a cupcake business. This is not, I'm talking just out of hand. This is all inspiration because I have seen a lady having a cupcake shop in Bangalore right underneath the staircase, 4 feet. What is the length of a staircase? 4 feet. Below the staircase, that madam had a cupcake shop and she was very successful. So you can start with small one, one product at a time. Next slide, please. All right, donut shop. What is happening? See, this is a donut shop which I have seen in the Bombay airport. So the lady in each tray, she was having 10 donuts, and that counter will hold about 60 donuts. She was selling each donut for 50 rupees and a coffee. So and she was putting 100 rupees in the cash box every minute or two. So with a single product also, you can become successful bakers. Next slide. When you start, suppose, okay, I am good at only making cupcake. Go ahead, you start a shop like that. Then what are the future opportunities in baking is you will earn your income by in-store baking. What do you mean by in-store baking? The products what you'll be producing with that oven and the mixer. Depending upon your budget, you can have a larger oven, slightly bigger oven, and also a mixer. So you will be producing your donuts and cupcakes and burgers and patties, snack products you'll be producing in that small bakery. And today, the premix baking has come. There are companies which are and mix it, bake it, and you will get beautiful red velvet cake or dark chocolate cake or eggless cake, whatever it is. It makes your life very easy. And the future of baking is in frozen baking. That is going to be the future. My fellow chef, Mr. GK, is working on it, and he sees the future. That is, you will be getting, all bakers will be getting frozen bakery products at our doorsteps, and we will be towing the puff pastry dough, and we put the filling, and then we will be baking on site. So these are the future baking. And one more aspect is bought out items. There are products you can tie up with a large bakery where you can buy the products, packed products with a reputed bakery, and you can display it. And sure, they'll be able to give you some 20 to 25% easily. And if you have a coffee machine, you can you can prepare your coffee or tea, which will cost you 7 rupees, but easily you will be able to sell it for 20 minutes, 20 rupees. And outside, if you have one ice cream box, and ice cream also will give you some good revenue. You make some brownies in your bakery and add the ice cream, add some value addition to your product and sell it. So these are all the wonderful things you can do out of this the small bakery. And the rest of the what you call ideas is left to you. You can do wonders. Next slide, please. Okay. What is JM Bakers Academy is doing? We provide, we will have training for all your bakery business. We provide online baking with video critical skills and provide technical know-how to set up your small bakery. Okay, how we are doing this online bakery is every day online classes are being conducted. Recipes plus theory plus Pre-recorded lessons will be provided. For certification, model question paper will be discussed via Zoom meeting, and the later date you will get certified as a baker. So next slide, please. So benefits of becoming a craft baker. So when you become a craft baker, what is the benefit? Professional bakers and home bakers will get certified as a craft baker level 4 under RPL. What is RPL? RPL means recognition of prior talent. That means today the government is encouraging any skilled person to get certified. If you see in many of the bakeries, there are bakers who are very senior persons working in a bakery for 10 years or 15 years, but none of them have got a certificate. Today, this person will get certified under Skill India program. They don't have to attend all the 30 days program. They can attend only 2 days program finally and write a simple basic examination, and they will be recognized as a craft baker. So this craft baker certificate will be eligible for them to go to a bank to start something on their own, or if they are going to a different employer, they will get recognized, and so on and so forth. You will get recognized as a skilled craft baker in Skill India, and all we have the list of all the craft bakers who have trained in our academy. If any hotel or bakery want to share the details, we'll be happy to do it. I'm sure this list is also available with Skill India. So once you want to set up a small bakery, you will be eligible for MSME to avail various financial benefits. This depends upon your relationship with your manager. You convince him, and with your track record, I am sure it will not finance will be a problem for you. Next slide. So next slide. Okay. Now, benefits of online baking. I had my own doubts how this online baking is going to work. So long I was talking about baking is all about touch and feel. People, unless you touch and feel the bread dough, you will not be able to produce. But I found it is a myth. It's a mystery. And when I started our first generation program now, like Kalyani Madam, all the students who have joined me, I am so much surprised and encouraged. They are able to produce exactly what is being done online the same day evening at at their homes. So this is something like you learn cycling on your own. You fall, you get up, in swimming, you drown, you get up, you swim. Ultimately, you become a winner. You become a successful swimmer or a cyclist, and you succeed in life. So it is one way your family members also will be able to assist you, especially children who has aspiration in baking. Today, if you see kids baking workshop and so many programs, and they have a lot of creativity, and they'll be able to assist you a lot. If I remember, there is a small baker in Chennai, a little baker. She is doing amazing things in today. 10-year-old baker. You produce bread for your own family. This is the most beautiful thing. All along, you have been producing chapatis for your families. And now I am sure everyone will come to give you a good kneading for your bread, will produce much more softer breads for your family. And when you share it with neighbors and friends, you will get a lot of appreciation. This I have seen with my testimony. A lady who came from Erode, She attended the program, and now she said she came to see me to collect a certificate. I asked her, "What are you doing?" Sir, I am every day I am sending 20 puffs and 20 cakes, cupcakes to with my daughter. She is selling at school. And so far, we had a limitation that education means we complete education and then we go to a job. It is not like that. Now you can, all students can start yearning when they are learning. There are number of students, second year students, during the holidays came and learned, and they are able to support their mothers. So due to this online classes, time and travel is saved. It is a small investment you have to make. With an oven and a mixer and a little bit of tools, you can very well do the products. Next slide, please. Varieties you will learn in class. These are all the products which you will learn in our school. And this program is ideally suitable for the senior citizens, because today senior citizens are the worst hit people who are sitting at home, and there is so much of restrictions not to go here, there. So the mobility has put them into a big, put them in a very big position. Here, I want to quote this a message from a Japanese ikigai. It has been shown that maintaining an active, adaptable mind is one of the key factors in staying young. Having a youthful mind also drives you towards healthy lifestyle that will slow the aging process. Just as a lack of physical exercise has negative effects on your body and mood, a lack of mental exercise is bad for us because it causes our neutral connections to deteriorate, and as a result, reduces our ability to react to our surroundings. This is why it is important to give your brain a workout. So when people started to learn new skills, I have many senior citizens with me who have undergone training, and they are able to produce products for their family and they are able to sell. Next slide, please. So they are all our successful graduates from various places. There are chefs are there who came and attended the program and got themselves certified. This is our academy, and all of them are having. So what is the future? The students who are attending this webinar, I tell you, during this pandemic, people are looking for essentials, breads like breads, buns, cookies, etc. People are afraid to go to the shops. Home delivery has become the order of the day. So the way forward for the craft bakers and home baker is to set up small, friendly neighborhood bakeries. This is the way forward for you people, whoever is attending the program. Next slide. Proof of the pudding is eating it. This is our current online students are doing exceedingly well. This is all produced by their small ovens, multi-grain bread, lovely. There's a melting moment, cookies are there, cupcakes are there, and salt biscuits are there. Everything produced within 2 to 3 days of lesson. So when they can do it, all of you can do it. Okay. So pizza, pav bhaji, breads. So when you start baking homemade bread and you can design your bread accordingly. You can reduce the sugar, add more fiber to it. You can do whatever you like, whichever way you can add it to do it accordingly. So what we are teaching our JM Bakers Academy is very, very basic and fundamental. So when you understand the fundamentals and when you make mistakes and rectify it, then you will be, when you see the other YouTube channels and other lessons, you will understand better. Next slide. So you can contact me. You can take it as a screenshot. You can take the address, or you can contact Mr. British Edward, Mr. Savita Madam from Synergy. They have been a very big help for us. They have been extremely supportive for the our JM Bakers Academy programs, because Mr. Edward is himself is a baker and he is longing to bake, and I am sure we will be able to provide more services to you in the future. The beauty is any part of the world people can join these classes. We will have two sessions, one in the morning and one in the evening. So we'll be having 1.5 hour sessions in the morning and evening. At the moment, we'll be having morning sessions only. So get benefit by it. Next slide. So thank you very much. Now we can go to the chat.
Yes.
These are my students from Meghalaya, 2013, memorable days. Now they are all craft bakers. They are all doing small things in Meghalaya. Okay. Thanks you for all the participants. You are all very supportive and very patient. There is no noise. I'm very happy. Hope I'm audible to you. Okay. Then I'll go to the chat. Please clarify whether yeast should be soaked in warm water or ordinary water. Okay. It depends upon the yeast what you are using. First, always better before baking bread, you take the yeast quantity and add some lukewarm water, little bit of sugar and flour, and mix it a little bit and cover it with another bowl and rest it for 5 minutes. And if the yeast is active, you will get bubbles very fast. That means that yeast is good. Now you can safely take this yeast to the flour and you can start making the dough.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can you please tell us a little more about how do we get into this MSME sector, and then how do we get some subsidy out of it to make a home baker into a commercial baking?
Yeah, this certification is this thing, but everything depends upon the manager. But it is once they complete this program, all they have to do is they have to go to district industry center. When they go to the district industry center, they can register themselves under MSME. There is a certification called some Udyog Aadhar or something like that. They can get it registered that also. So the next stop should be district industry center. Lot of funds are available there. It is only people are not going there. So any person with skill, if you go there, it will be easy to get funding. I welcome Ashish.
Yeah.
I welcome Ashish Kumar from Mozambique. Welcome Ashish. Manager. He's a science graduate from Mysore CFTRI, and we have a long association. He has come all the way from Mozambique, and he is an excellent candy man. He was in Paris, and now he is managing a very big factory in Mozambique. Say hi. Hello, Ashish.
Hello. Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So, are you able to understand the program?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this will work in Mozambique in small bakeries.
No, once I come back to Bangalore,
Yeah.
I will be starting with you and I will take franchisee of JM Baking in Bangalore.
Okay. Okay. You are most welcome. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
To our MSME, do we have any special schemes for the women entrepreneurs? Is there anything available? Because we see a lot of home baking segment being stepped
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Do
Yes.
we have anything available for them?
Yes, it must be. It must be available. Even anything, what you call the district industry center, or they must go to MSME office.
Okay.
MSME office also there are joint directors will be there, and you can ask them. They are today. They are all very supportive and they are ready to give the details.
Yeah, nice to kind of invite me and thank you, Mr. Lawrence. This is for everybody. Mr. Lawrence, I've known him as a very good senior baker, not now because in my growing years I've known him as a senior baker who's done wonders out there in Tamil Nadu, and he's kind of spread out himself to the country, being a wonderful trainer that I've known him. And every time we meet, there's so much that we share about the growth of this industry. And I think that's what we always kind of wish to look at, that the industry growth is enormous, the requirement of bakery product is a lot, and today, by doing this Skill India training program that he's completely involved with, I think it's going to help each and everybody to kind of look at a avenue for their own growth or somebody that they know. It is not necessary that if you think you are not able to achieve, but I'm sure you know another two people who will be able to achieve getting into something like this. And that's what we need to kind of look at. Uh, the idea of training today in this medium of technology no doubt seems difficult, but I'm sure we know. I mean, Mr. Lawrence, with his experience, as well as what I have kind of been a trainer, I know that it is an amazing kind of a space to kind of learn. And the beauty is, we are available. You can always get back to us, and we should be able to kind of give you or clarify your doubts. Mr. Lawrence, you're doing a great job, and I think hats off to you for conducting these kind of sessions, reaching up to people. I think it's an eye opener. Many people should look at this as an avenue to grow.
Thank you, Manish. The encouraging words.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you, thank
So
you.
we have a question from Miss Priya. Would frozen maida bring about any changes in the texture of a cake?
See, it's very simple to understand. Cake making is not just about ingredients, it's also the ambience. When you look at the surrounding ambience, let's consider it's a warm environment. And if somebody is taking a maida which is out of a freezer or a fridge, the chill or the cold maida is going to transfer the temperature also into the batter, and this batter will be more stiffer, I would say. So when it is more firm and stiffer, the air incorporation in this batter is going to be much more, because normally we understand when there's a temperature high, you will kind of see that the air can kind of go out, because that's what we try and understand with the change in the temperature. The air is going out. So in this way, the batter is going to be more stiff and will be able to hold on to the temperature better of the batter. This is also a very commercial kind of an application in many countries that we follow. As a commercial baker, I have learned mathematics, a very important aspect of baking, and we have learned there's something called water calculation, which is basically water temperature calculation. And I think this ideally suits even there. You don't need to look at the water temperature to be altered. The flour temperature could also be something that people can work towards.
So thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, thank you. While on the subject, many people claim that there is the difference in the atmospheric temperature makes a lot of difference in the product, the end product. When we bring about a recipe from UK or from any other country, and we try it out in India, would that be the same, or would there be a difference? This is a frequently most frequently asked question.
it will surely, the concept is going to be the same, but there is surely the ingredient difference which will be there.
Yeah.
Mr. Lawrence beautiful put it across that we as a learner, then many times we see a lot of young people going on to YouTube and saying, yes, I have learned baking a cake. But most of them might also fail because they don't understand the scenario that somebody who's baking there might not be the same that is in my house. Like if you're baking and if I'm baking, the scenario itself is different. I might understand each aspect and show you a beautiful magic out of the ingredients, but it might not happen the same. So you will probably see that wrong because you will see either the training is wrong, you will see either the recipe is wrong. So you've not understood product making in technology or with the techniques that it is supposed to be. So the same thing as you said, ingredient, when you say a Western ingredient versus Indian ingredient, the base of growing the ingredient itself is different. So naturally there is a difference there because the particular flour itself is altered, I would say, to suit to our requirement. Now we have to also learn to alter our recipes accordingly. So that's the difference. I think technology or the techniques, what we as trainers pass on, is not just a recipe. I'm sure Mr. Lawrence will agree to this. We don't teach you recipes. You can build your own recipes. But the beauty is learn the techniques.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Ashish, yes, Ashish.
About the ingredients, and I just want to emphasize on the flour. See, when you check about the quality of the ingredient, and especially the flour makes a big difference, and especially the gluten content. So when you see the recipes of either Europe or India or from Australia side, flour, which is the basic content, which is almost about 60-70%, the gluten content of it, the quality of the flour, that is the measure that decides the recipe from the flour quantity, how much you are going to add. So flour quality plays a major role in that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we have another question from Mr. Sharil Kumar. Can we know how we could find out a market for our bakery products? Can you suggest how we could find a market for our bakery products in a given zone?
Depending upon the area, like if it is a school area, there is a type of different products or this thing. Mostly residential area. So this is something before you starting a bakery, you should plan where you are going to set up a bakery. So suppose if it is going to be what you call a mall and 200 square feet, then you are going to have more of a walking crowd. So if it is a residential area, means they'll be requiring breads and mostly the staple foods they will be requiring. But mind you, wherever you set up a bakery, you just imagine it is something like an automobile shop. So in an automobile shop, you have spare parts for Fiat, you have spare parts for Ambassador, you have spare parts for Benz. So first, the classification of our customers. You understand our customers. Number one, we are in the business of celebration. Cakes brings more revenue for us, and in my opinion, everyone should celebrate birthdays. This is according to my guru, Mr. H.T. Korakiwala of Monjanis. He says everyone, Lawrence, should celebrate birthdays. If there are 4 people in a house and 4 people will be celebrating birthdays, and we must be providing this celebration food, number 1. And number 2 is staples like breads, cookies, buns, which are snacks. And snack products like a pizza, burgers, these also should be there. Then health and wellness products like a multigrain, whole wheat, eggless, all. So in a bake shop, all these products must be available for each customer. So when you open a shop, This will not be happening overnight. You have to wait for the customer. In my experience, maybe Ashish Paul knows that we have opened several number of bakeries, franchisee shops. What will happen the first week? The business will be very good because it is something like a marriage. You invited people for the program, and many people come are curious. They all came and they are gone. After a week, you will be wondering where these people have gone. And later on, slowly the business will develop. Only the people in the neighborhood will start coming to your bakery. So I always tell my students, you have to develop three characters. You have to be patient, you have to need a perseverance, and you have to be uh, patience, perseverance. You need these two characters and persistent. These are things you must have these when you are starting a bakery.
Thank you, sir. And we have a request from Mr. Harpreet Singh. He says he requests you to share your dates of the course and the fee structure for the course. Mr. Harpreet, you could have a mail sent across, or the JM Bakers Academy will get back to you on this.
Because these online courses are taking us somewhere, different parts of the country. Now we have students, Mr. Ansul from MP, Gwalior is there. Every day he is interacting with me. We are able to improve his bed quality and things like that. So today, this what you call is online classes has united us. We can help you whichever way possible, Mr. Harpreet Singh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think most of us are done with our questions, and thank you so much for having you on air today. And we look forward to having such more sessions with
There is to thank Mr. Burjesh, Mr. Savita Madam, all at Synergy, and for all my friends who have participated. So goodbye, Ashish. All the best. Take care. When you are back in India, we will definitely you can take the franchisee of JM Bakers Academy, JM Bakery.
Incidentally, my friend MD Deepak also there.
Good evening, everyone. This is Deepak. I'm a classmate of Ashish Pal. Right now, I'm working for ITC. So I'm looking after product development. We are catering wheat flour, specialized wheat flour for JFL. Then we supply for newlyweds, and we supply for lot of we supply for Britannia, we supply for Nestle. So we have a bulk division, and this division, wheat flour division, we makes around 350 crores turnover. And where I'm working, it's agribusiness division, we make around 12,000 crores. And we have got spice, we have got coffee, we have got frozen snacks. So even I've developed a lot of frozen snacks, and which we launched in ITC MasterChef. So you can see in all the metro cities. And now they transferred me to wheat division to create all these specialized flours. So I've been in touch with Paul, and JM Bakery. I had visited when Paul was there. So I think when this pandemic is over, even I do have a plan like what Paul has got. So I belong to Mysore. So even I would like to have a franchisee with JM Bakery.
Okay, you are welcome, Deepak. And now I want to welcome Srijita Datta from Calcutta. She is my student. She is, see, the beauty is now we will be starting our programs in different parts of the country, the Skill India program. She is already a certified trainer, and the same program can be run in Calcutta. And wish her all the best.
Thank you for sharing your views on how to qualify as a professional baker, then get certified, and also start a new beginning. The insights shared during this webinar had helped the participants to understand how to leverage the skills to be a boss of their own. So, for further details, contact JM Bakers Academy or Synergy Exposures. Thank you.